The victors valiant, the conquering heroes, and they call home the Big House. Bathed in maize and blue, welcome to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Wolverines will kick it away first. From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Wisconsin's offense will get the first possession of the game. And here he comes, and you may think that you can take a wide receiver out of the game plan, but Jesse, with this guy, he sort of believes, I'm him. I'm the dude.
Yeah, and he gives defensive coordinators nightmares, too, I swear. When you watch this guy's highlight tape, man, he scares you to death with his speed. He can take the top off the defense. He can change the game, David, on any given play.
And so how many different ways can I continue to give him touches? You know, they're going to split him out wide. I'd hand him the football. I'd throw it to him quick. I'd throw it to him deep. This is a playmaker that will be featured.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. The running back has it. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Well, jet sweep pass. Tackled after picking up the first down. And the Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. They try to pop a run on the draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Back to throw, it's Tompkins. He's got the tight end. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Still looking on the move. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
And that is an all-too-familiar sight. Listen, this team won last week, but they gave up 4 sacks. They got to protect this young man early in this game. Don't set the tone, and let's not go back to last week.
The Badgers send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. So Michigan's offense has the ball for the first time. When you have a weapon like this on the outside, and a guy in the secondary whose job is to take everything away, it's going to be a great matchup, guys.
It's so fun to see how you attack great safeties in the middle of the field. Are you willing to do that, or are you going to try to live on the perimeter? This offensive matchup will be great.
Yeah, normally you'd say receiver versus safety, the receiver's going to win. This safety, though, has got the speed to run with this guy, and he's going to make it interesting back there.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. He's right on target. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44. Off play action on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a short and heavy tackle on the tight end. Got some of the work done on 1st. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. Snares it outside. It's Best. 3rd and short now from their own 48. He'll just keep slinging it. Get it out on the screen. Makes the grab, and it's enough on the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground. And the Wolverines are marching down the field. Try Trying to find his man on first down. Dances away. He'll try to do it himself. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Trying play action. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. 3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Trying to pick it up on the ground. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. Never about. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, did not go through the uprights. You've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Makes the grab on the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Tompkins. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Fires to the right. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. And the Badgers in the hurry up. Offense rolling with a first down. The Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And that is good versatility there and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Badger!
And what did I start for this offense? The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Ohio State is currently ahead in this one, but they're not exactly putting the Buckeye leaves on those helmets just yet. This is a tight one in Columbus. They're up by 7 over Purdue.
The give to the back.
We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Going up top on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Making great decisions. That's what all of the legendary Michigan quarterbacks have done. John Navarre, Elvis Grbac, and the guy can't remember drafted in the 6th round by the Patriots.
Yeah, that guy, what was his name? Tom Brady? Yeah, I think that's his name. Yeah, he was pretty good too. But when you think about Michigan, you don't always think about the quarterbacks, and you don't always think about airing it out. But again, if you want to be a great college football team nowadays, you better be able to throw that pigskin.
Feeling some heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The aerial assault continues. Fires to the big fella. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Picked off. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right there.
Coming after him. And the blitz gets to him just like that.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
That is the last thing you want on 1st down as an offensive sack. Now it's 2nd down. Off play action. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He'll pull it down and run. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the 2nd. And the Badgers will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the middle mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
1st down here for the offense. Wide out in motion. He's looking to pass. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Oh, he gave him the limp leg.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. Using his legs, it's Best. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. They go to the ground. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. From the gun, the ground game. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Fast motion from the offense. Trying to get to him. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
The Wolverines will send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. He'll keep it himself. The Badgers brought to the ground, but not before picking up the first. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Tompkins. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes from Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary, guys that can win one-on-one, and guys that change and force your game plan to have to adapt for them. You need to double team these guys if you want to have any chance. This is that type of player. He's got so much ability.
Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. It's a draw. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they've got it at the 42. And the Badgers have this offense rolling. Gives it to the back on the draw. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. Do they have another 3rd down conversion in the bag? Already 2 for 2 on this drive. It's 3rd and 2. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. The Badgers will try to pin them back with the punt. A high kick trying to pin them deep. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. The give on the inside. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. Big play like that to open a drive just builds the confidence. Now 1st down from the 46. Fires to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Handoff to the single back. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he's going to be just short of the 1st down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. And the Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Just a little off. Incomplete. And the Badgers will line up to punt it away. Slips through the line. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. 2nd and 10 here. Takes the handoff. It's Best.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Got a man, it's Bryant. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Pressure coming. Complete to the left. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And a chance to really carry momentum with them into the locker room if they can take the lead here. 1st and goal. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Michigan.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Iowa looked like a program ready to take the next step after a big road win today. This was a complete team effort from the Hawkeyes. Offense, defense, and special teams doing its part. Heck of a show. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They'll throw it on 1st down. The sweet feet buy a little time. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. They'll immediately call timeout. Line getting set on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Tompkins. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Badgers decide to punt it away. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, tough to beat the pageantry and quality of play so far today in Ann Arbor. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by acknowledging the sparkling play of this tight end. The guy's like an aircraft carrier out there as a blocker. And then when he releases and shows off that speed and route running, he's almost unguardable. got to believe he won't be able to go anywhere in this second half without someone attached to his hip. With that said, let's send it back to the fellas in the booth at Michigan Stadium.
Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. For this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing, get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Going with the counter play here. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They want to throw it. A little screen to the running back. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Going to the running game. Brought down after a 5-yard gain down to the 7. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you can get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Heftiness coming out on the goal line. They move the tight end all over. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines. You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
That's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown. Oh, Methuselah.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stop form or get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
Looking downfield, it's Tompkins. Unloads to the right. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down. And the Badgers will punt it away on 4th down. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Makes a move. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Finds the tight end. They get him down after he makes the catch. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. It's a reverse. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. And the Wolverines line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. And the returner will be dragged down. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. You got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago, now you've already given them 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
The Badgers will punt this one away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
After the last run, would you just give it to him again on 3rd down? Wide receiver now comes in motion. On 3rd down, going up top. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. And maybe this guy was hoping somebody would bail him out, like a tuck rule or something.
Not going to be so lucky this time around. Give the defense credit. This pass rush is serious. It's real. And this quarterback is now going to have to play with a clock in his head that's going off just a little bit quicker. He's got to do a better job understanding when he gets it.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Push down for the tackle. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. To the air, it's Tompkins. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Wisconsin. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Arizona dug down deep and found a way to secure a coveted road win. And who knows how the pundits will view this one, but I'll tell you this, it sure beats trying to explain a bad loss. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Finds Zach Priest, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Finds his man. It's Bryant. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. He's got great speed, and the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. To the air on 1st down. He finds a soft spot in the middle. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. This time they'll go to the running game. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. And now on second down for this offense. Pocket starts to collapse. Floats it out in space. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on third down. Dropping back, it's Tompkins. He's got his man. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. And the Badgers are on the move. He's looking to throw it. Complete. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Hand off from the shotgun. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. The Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Touchdown, Badgers! They've got the lead here in the 4th. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all off-season to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They'll go to the ground. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He makes the catch. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30-plus.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
To the ground with the back. Not a lot of daylight there. Let's give him 1 to the 14. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
This guy is just playing like an All-American his last couple of games out now. Last game, he had 2 sacks. He just registered his 2nd sack in this game. He has been virtually unblockable.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive.
And that's massive. All the pressure on your defense now. You've made the field goal. You've got to get the ball back. You need 1 more kick. That's what you need. And so the defense has to be ready to take the field right now, play with intensity, play with energy, and get it back to the offense quickly.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They're looking for an advantage to the right. DB's locked up tight on the receiver. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves him with second and short. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. They'll try to get it through the air. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw, it's Tompkins. Buys a little time with his feet. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
All right, I know we're winning, and that's great. But at some point, we got to stop getting our quarterback killed. Like, we got to protect the most important player on the field. Please?
First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's second down. On second down, wants to throw. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the first down. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Fires left. It's caught downfield. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. And the Badgers moving quickly to the line. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points, you get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Didn't get much on first down. It's second and 9. He's looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Do they have another third down conversion in the bag? Already 2 for 2 on this drive. It's third and 2. Got it in the middle. It's Sullivan. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. The Badgers will snap it on first and 10. Hand off from the gun. Nifty little dance step. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Got it! That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. Direct snap. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he splits the uprights and pushes the lead to 8 here in the 4th. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'll be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Finds space on the right. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. They'll throw it on first down. Finds his big tight end. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. Back to the air one more time. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. And he won't be able to push his way in. He's stuck at the 1. And guys, this offense has a couple of jobs. The first one, get the touchdown. Then they'll need the 2 to tie here in the 4th. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. He's looking to throw. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
Yeah, I tell you what, great job by this offense. Great execution. You drive down the field, you get the score. Now what's your 2-point play? You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment late in the 4th quarter when you need the 2-point conversion?
And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. Trying to pound it in. He gets it into the end zone. The 2-point try is good, and we are all tied up late. Coming down the stretch in the 4th, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. There's enough time to get the ball down the field here, David, but you've got to make sure you're efficient and avoid mistakes.
Yeah, and those 2-minute drills, you always talk about the first down. Just get that first down, stop the clock, and get some momentum going on offense.
Yeah, and good decision-making by the quarterback, too, right? You don't...
He'll off one deep down the left side. He's got it up to 15. Touchdown, Badger. And inside a minute to go, they've got the lead.
And they're able to score on a drive where they had to have it this late in the game, and they look to their playmaker on the outside to win that one-on-one matchup.
Big-time moments. Who do you trust as a quarterback? You could tell this was a big moment. He threw it to his big play wide receiver. He knew he would come down to it, and now the big play in the 4th quarter for the touchdown.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, we have a final in the Red River rivalry between Oklahoma and Texas in Dallas. Oklahoma rolled to a victory, and after putting up this kind of win, there has to be some Heisman buzz around a program that produced 4 winners of the award between 2003 and 2018.
Oh, and it's picked off, threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. This quarterback happy enough to take a knee and head to the locker room, but the defense still does have a couple of timeouts if they want to use them. Well, points weren't the issue, guys, but they couldn't string together enough stops to get the victory.
Yeah, good news, bad news scenario, I guess. Good news is you're going to score. This offense looks like they can be explosive and they can light up the scoreboard. Bad news, though, David, they've got a lot to clean up on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and welcome to college football nowadays, right? This is how it works, a ton of points. Defenses learn as you go, but you got to get better. You got to force some turnovers, create those negative plays. You just can't give up so many points.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.